In the main event at UFC 265, we have a heavyweight bout between Derrick Lewis and Ciryl Gane. Odds makers at stake, the official sportsbook partner of the UFC, view Ciryl Gane as the heavy favorite at -132, with Derrick Lewis being the large betting underdog at +380. Derrick Lewis has a record of 20 wins, 7 losses, and 1 no contest. He fights out of Grindhouse Fitness in Houston, Texas. The 36-year-old made his UFC debut back in April of 2014, defeating Jack May via first-round TKO. The Houston native would go on to win 9 of his first 12 fights within the UFC, with 8 of these victories coming by way of KO or TKO. During this streak, Lewis defeated the likes of Gabriel Gonzaga, Shamil Abdurakhimov, and Travis Brown. In each of his 3 losses, he lost via TKO, falling victim to Matt Mitrione, Sean Jordan, and Mark Hunt. Since 2018, the Black Beast is 7-2 in 9 fights. During his rise to the top of the heavyweight division, Lewis has defeated many notable names, such as Marcin Tybura, Alexander Volkov, Curtis Blades, and even the current heavyweight champion, Francis Ngannou. His only losses in his last 9 fights have came against UFC legends Junior Dos Santos and Daniel Cormier. Derrick Lewis is 6'3", and he has a 79-inch reach. Ciryl Gane fights out of the MMA Factory in Paris, France. The 31-year-old made his debut in the UFC after just 3 professional MMA fights and 3 dominant finishes. Gane is 6-0 thus far in the sport's top promotion, starting his UFC career on a torrid pace, with acclaim coming from some of the sport's most respected analysts. During this dominant run through the heavyweight division, Gane has picked up notable victories over Tanner Boser, Junior Dos Santos, Jairzinho Rozenstruik, and Alexander Volkov. The Frenchman they call Bon Gamin is a former training partner of current heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou, as well as a former kickboxing knockout artist and undefeated Muay Thai competitor. Since beginning his career as a fighter in 2014, Gane has compiled a record of 28-0, a masterful accomplishment that has granted him the right to fight for the Interim Heavyweight Championship against Houston's very own Derrick Lewis. Ciryl Gane is 6'4", and he has an 81-inch reach. Derrick Lewis has perhaps the scariest set of hands in the heavyweight division. Besides Francis Ngannou, his power can put any man out, even without landing clean. Lewis has picked up 20 of his 25 career victories via TKO or KO. 7 of these finishes came in the first round, but he hasn't secured another first-round finish since knocking out Gabriel Gonzaga in 2016. Lewis fights well by utilizing his power and creativity. He is known to lure his opponents in, whether by acting hurt, appearing uninterested, or simply by taking a couple of punches before sending out a powerful barrage. He's rather static with his movement, and he hardly utilizes leg kicks. He's not a threat to take you down or submit you. Despite this, Lewis is never out of a fight. Just ask Alexander Volkov. Lewis has improved his stamina, and he thrives as the fight enters the later rounds. He's always dangerous to exchange with and hard to put away. He will shock you with flying knees and overhand rights that will put your lights out. Lewis is looking for the knockout even as the fight enters its last seconds. Ciryl Gane is the most technical heavyweight, perhaps in the history of the UFC. Although he has only had 6 fights within the promotion, his talent and potential have been readily apparent in every fight. Gane is very light on his feet and utilizes excellent footwork and movement. He seems to have an innate understanding of distance and when to properly engage or disengage. He has a fast and accurate jab, which he uses quite often. Gane works the body well with both his hands and feet. He does a fantastic job of using his legs, both as rangefinders as well as within combinations. He constantly looks for leg kicks, which slow his opponent's flow and momentum, in addition to adding up as the fight progresses. His anticipation is very strong, as are his blocking techniques. He is always feinting, frequently causing his opponents to bite. He will even change levels and look for takedowns. Gane has an underrated ground game, which Lewis will likely want to avoid. Overall, he is nearly a complete fighter. In a division ruled by the threat of power, Gane can do it all. By looking at the data, we can see that Derrick Lewis is predominantly a knockout artist. He finishes 80% of his victories by way of KO. Lewis has picked up just 1 submission victory throughout his career and has only picked up 15% decision victories. Ciryl Gane is much more well-rounded, having knocked out 30% of his opponents, submitting another 30% of his opponents, as well as decisioning 40%. In terms of significant strikes, Gane nearly doubles up Lewis's landed per minute at 5.13 versus just 2.59 for Lewis. He also lands a higher clip of significant strikes at 54% as compared to 50 for Lewis. Gane does absorb slightly more strikes per minute, coming in at 2.6, whereas Lewis is just over 2. However, where we see a major difference is in their striking defense, with Gane holding a 19% higher defense rate than Derrick Lewis at 63% as compared to 44%. Gane has also shown to be the better grappler. He averages just a little less than 1 takedown per fight, whereas Lewis is around a half of a takedown per fight. They both aren't particularly accurate in their takedown offense, barely clocking over 20% each. However, Gane has never been taken down in the UFC, and Lewis just has a 54% takedown defense rate. In terms of submissions, Derrick Lewis is not a threat, and Ciryl Gane has shown to be a threat. Due to everything discussed above, the official prediction is Ciryl Gane winner, and I'm going to pick him winner by KO. If you like these sort of breakdowns, remember to hit the subscribe button. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next video.